I love the way the First Gen Lounge makes me feel.
Because it creates a space where I belong.
Where we're able to create community.
The fact that it's a community.
It's a safe place.
It also gives me a place to understand different perspectives.
The stories of these individuals prescribe transformational perspective.
I receive encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment.
And also serve as a catalyst to just keep going.
Where we're able to be our true selves.
I'm allowed to be an unapologetic first gen.
And above all else, tell our story.
And every episode is unique.
I love it.
I'm your host, Dr. Eve, and I'd like to welcome you to the First Gen Lounge.
Hello, dear, and welcome back to the First Gen Lounge. And if you are new here, what's up? I'm glad that you made it. So listen. I recently had an opportunity to do a virtual keynote for the First Gen Fest 2020 at the University of Southern Mississippi. And this conversation made me realize I wanted to show up for you and remind you of something that I said to the students that I just can't shake, because I think it's a valuable life lesson, period. And you know, we all about the life lessons here. Anywho, I hope that you have been well. I hope that everything is coming along in your life. But speaking of which, that's why we're here, right? Life chats. So today I want to remind you that, drum roll, I need to give me a special sound effects, but I want to remind you that life is a blank canvas. Life is a blank canvas. So let's talk about real quick what I mean by that. I mean, it seems so obvious, right? But I realize as I'm talking to these students and thinking about my own professional and personal journey, that at every turn of life, I've been able to make the decision about what's next. So we sometimes find ourselves in situations, you know, I know it happens to me, where I don't feel like I have a choice, right? You ever find yourself saying that, I don't feel like I have a choice, I don't have a choice. But do you? Because I realize more and more through life that we have more choices than what we allow ourselves to have. Is it that we're looking at the options that we have been presented, or are we looking for options when we don't like what is presented? You always have a choice, and I want to remind you of that. But more than anything, no matter where you are right now, or no matter what you have going on that may seem, you know, difficult to navigate or to understand or to make sense of what's next, first and foremost, I want you to focus on yourself, for real. And I want you to focus on what matters the most to you, because sometimes, and just sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we find ourselves stuck, not even because we're actually stuck, but because we're worried about what other people are going to think about what we're doing. But here's the thing. Nobody can live for you, because ain't nobody going to die for you. And so when you think about what that really means in terms of what you want to do with your life, at any moment, if something isn't a fit, if it's not right, if you don't like it, if you don't want it, hell, you have the ability to change it. Like to switch, to pivot, to move, to go up, go down, left, right, whatever you want to do, you can do that, because life is a canvas. And even when you think about what a canvas is, it's this blank piece that we throw our colors on, you know, or we stencil on. And just think about all the things you can do with the canvas: pencil or crayon, a marker or paint or spray paint. It can be abstract, it can be minimal, it can be so many things. So do you ever look at your life and realize what a canvas it is, and the beauty that is created on that particular canvas? That's up for you to decide what that beauty looks like. If it's, you know, leaving a relationship, if it's moving across the country, or as I'm seeing a lot of people now, moving across the world, you know, for a new journey, if it's going back to school, if it's, you know, doing anything that's around self-care. I know I love talking about self-care, but if it's anything that has to do with those things, right, that's about you and your well-being, don't you get to choose that? And I think when we can get to a point where we stop giving so much emphasis to other people in our life, even the people that we love, that we'll find that joy that we're searching for. Because again, life is a blank canvas. You know, I like to say stuff because I want you to really hear me. It's a blank canvas. So here's the other thing about a canvas. Do you realize that even when it's been painted on or sketched on or whatever, that you can still cover it up and do something different with it? And nothing's permanent. Like it doesn't have to stay the same always, not if you don't want it to. So as I told the students, and again, I just really wanted to sit with you and remind you, to tell you too, that your life, your choices, the moves that you make, it's your beauty, baby. It's yours. Your beauty. It's your beauty, baby. It's your beauty. But, it's really for you to make sense of it for yourself. And, the way I'm starting to even perceive my own life is, at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this work of art that is my life, when I think that I'm a piece of work sometimes, if I'm hanging this thing on the wall, if I am admiring what my life is, I can choose the frame I put it in, or to be in no frame at all. I can, put this canvas in the living room. I can put it outside. I can do whatever I want to with it, like, metaphorically, right? And so with that, it's for you to decide what you want. I just really need you to know that right now, because whatever choices that are facing you right now, or that you will be faced with sooner than later, do what's best for you. And here's the thing. When we talk about making choices, we don't always know if the choice that we made is the right choice until we've made it. We can only say that it is or isn't the right choice based off of a certain set of circumstances for the moment, right? Like, based on what knowledge I have right now, based on where I am right now, based on what I have got going on right now, this is what's good for me. And so my point to that is, in any given moment, you can only do the best that you can do, right? Your life is your canvas. But if you find out that it don't work, or if it's not right, you can choose another thing and do something different. Go the other way. You turn backward, do a U-turn. You can do those things. So I don't ever want you feeling stuck. And I just want you to be empowered in all that you do. I want you to be inspired. Here I go, inspired, empowered, and uplifted, literally, in everything that you do, because the beauty of life, the darkness and the light, and how we shade and, what we present to others, these fine works of art, we all are. Like, it's your canvas to paint. And I want you to feel joy. When you think about your canvas, which is your life, I want you to feel contentment. I want you to feel all the things that you deserve to feel. And why do I want that for you? Because life is short, and you realize at some point in your life that you can't allow for what your life looks like or how it feels to be in the hands of anybody else but you. And when you realize that, and you really grab that power by its horns, that power to really create what you want for yourself, you will find peace. You will absolutely find peace. Find your peace. Be your peace. Be the peace. Not the side piece, though. But I want you to know that I adore you, and I'm glad that you continue to be here. And I love doing this journey of life with you. You are a part of me painting my own canvas. You bring so much light, so much brightness, so much vibrancy to this canvas, because I love to show up and just be with you, in times of good and times of bad. But we're figuring it out together. But yep, so not another long show, because I realized too, I don't have to sit here or stand or whatever I'm doing when I'm talking to you and spend 30 minutes trying to get a point across if I don't have to, because some of the best things are just just is what it is, and just let it marinate. All right, well, on that note, please know that I love you, I adore you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. And if you felt this, share with a friend who you think need it, so we can help somebody to help somebody. All right. All right. On that note then, peace.